God has blessed me with talents. Yes, I repeat, God has blessed me with talents. I regressed after I developed trauma at an early age during puberty when my father was stricken with Parkinson's. I've had traumas, but despite the traumas, I never gave up. I remember my Auntie Temper, dying. My auntie was short, fat, and black, like Esther Spear Hill. That's my auntie. Franklin Jones' mom. Remember her? Because Dad used to take us every year on pilgrimage to St. Elizabeth. Story time? My auntie was fasting when she died. Fasting. She's a Christian. That's why I said we have to cut the generational curses. So when anybody telling me, God don't want you to, are you questioning God? Yes, God want me if you question him. Yes. So that was auntie. My father told me stories about my Uncle Will, who built his coffin and sleep in it. They call him Old Hammer. Trauma. I was pregnant 1976 with my son Kevin Murray. See my grandson not talking? All family related. I heard on the news on a Sunday about Gridley Nemhard, who was chopped up at his yard, Green Bottom. That's why my brother called this street Gaga Street, Palmetto Close, because I think that the Palmetto whatever was linked to where my uncle Gridley lived. So I was chopped up in his house one Sunday morning. They said it's about over dominoes. But the person who chopped up my uncle was my uncle's wife, man. My uncle's wife was Indian. Did I know her? Probably. So that was 1976, during my first pregnancy. 1978, I think I met my uncle. Didn't know my Uncle Tira in person because of situation, marriage that went bad, have to leave the parish and the whole rigmarole. People don't know these old time curses. Yeah? But Uncle Tira used to write, and Grandma used to go to town to visit his family and go to Marchpen Road to visit my Uncle Tira. So my Uncle Tira was the chairman of the cooperative, Bernard Lodge Sugar Cooperative. I was in town at Miss Marjorie when I heard on the news Tira Chambers was killed in St. Catherine. It's not no violence a go on. It's only that they never had the whatever to make it at you. That was 1978. So I might have known my Uncle Tira in person maybe a year or so before he died. Like I was coming from school, stopped over my Miss Connie, and I went in the shop and there was this tall man there. And that's when my Miss Connie said, my Uncle Tira. And the next time, Uncle Tira was dead. So I know Uncle Tira's daughter. So there's my cousin Jenny, who she's born January and I'm born May of the same year. I understand the person who got killed in Truro is her family. But then I know her name on Facebook is Cppdp Chambers. Call her Grace. So Grace used to come to our yard. Yeah. Was it after Uncle Tira died or before Uncle Tira died? I probably after Uncle Tira died. So yes, I heard on the news. I know my people, I know names. Yeah? Result of bad mind and grudgeful and whatever. My brother Astor was there. Them rocks him up, as you say, take ballast watch. And I remembered my granny had a few strokes. First one affected her speech. I remember the last time I saw my granny out of her house is her come out to put talcum powder on my uncles. She opened the coffin, put talcum powder on my uncle, her son, went back in and didn't come out. She didn't come back out until she died of a broken heart. Yes, underlying complaints, diabetes. I don't know what other complaints she had, but I know diabetes. My father and my granny died a month apart in 1980. And then when I see my brother Astor died, 1994, on the date my parents married. My brother Byron died 2008, cancer. And then when I see what was unfolding, Amley, Daston in hospital, cancer, and hearing the news that my brother, blood vessel burst in his head, intensive care. And that was the time, one day before the death of my brother Daston. I know God bring these things around. I was having a crisis. I could not get myself out of the crisis. So I had to call the ambulance services, and it's there recorded. The next day my brother was dead. Now my brother is out. But as my brother Ballis said, he looks like Ballis with a mash mouth. And I have to fight to get contact with my brother. Not included in Daston's funeral and everything. But they expect me to pick up money, send, come give them. Yeah? And if I didn't fight hammer, tooth and nail, I wouldn't be hearing anything about Amelie's progress. Yeah? So he's not dead. So the cycle is broken. And I'm trying to remember that. And the cycle be unbroken by and by and by. There's a better home reigning in the sky, Lord, in the sky. So these are the things I'll be putting forward. It's Black History Month. People are acknowledging that I can sing. I joined the first choir, West 1 whatever, Oxford Street. They take everything I have. Join the next choir, Rye Lane, Community Gospel Choir. Yeah? Think I'd gone to the law center and I see they're looking for people. I sung at the Globe Theatre. And then after that, they kicked me out. Everybody just kicked me out and kicked me out and kicked me out and kicked me out. Yeah? And that's why Southern Council is going to get it. Send somebody from adult social care to come here, leave what? After I was the one who had to advocate on behalf of Tess, my husband stood at the window and said to me, Merville, get help for Tess. And they let Tess die in her house on her own, rather naked as the day she's born. And all I done, and all the neighbors done around here for Tess. And now, I'm not going to cuss any bad word. Me I start preach now until Tilly asks me I preach. Cut out the bad word making. I can get my point across without curse bad words. But sometimes it's important that I curse or I have to go murder somebody. I murder nobody. I make nobody murder me. Yeah? So that's why I'm waiting. Commissioner Mark Rowley, I'm waiting. Nigel Pierce, I'm waiting. And all you black people who are horrific, come take picture with me. I'll be using that picture to tell the stories of how we were sold. My ancestors were sold into slavery because of blood greediness. Yeah? So my auntie asked me if I preach. And I said, no, auntie, I'm not preaching yet. But little did I know that I've been preaching since I started writing as therapy. Me I go in my house. Me I go look for me, collect my social media. But I'd love to see a bee so I can do a little recording. If not, another time.